In this section, I want to talk more about the psychic industry itself, about all the various authors and seminar presenters and the like that exist out there, and why it is that with all of them, we're not succeeding as well as we could with developing our own natural skills and talents. Why it is that given the vast number of books and seminars and things out there, we don't know more about what we really can do. We really don't know that much about what we've called psychic. Now, as I said before, each individual person is individual. That's no different than the so-called masters, the authors and seminar presenters. They're no different from everyone else, except in one critical way: reputation. That's really it. They took what they believed to be a profound, powerful gift, built a tremendous reputation, and then created a financial, educational, whatever-based empire. But that doesn't actually mean they know anything about what they're teaching. It just means they sell a good product. Now, that's important because if they truly understood what it was they were teaching, they would be able to help more people unlock their own potential. The simple reality that people believe that if I can do it, you can do it too, proves that they do not understand enough to truly be able to help other people. They're still stuck in a lot of misinterpretations and misconceptions. Now, that's kind of important because if you look at a lot of the authors, a lot of them focus more on how great they are, about talking about what they've done and how they've done it and how wonderful their life was for doing it. But they don't include a lot of tips and tools and techniques on how to do it, as well as all the other potential things out there. They're focused on what they know, and that's it. So they're really only sharing their story with you. They're not really educating you enough to be able to become better yourself. Now, it's very important to understand that that's the byproduct of what I call the universal law. Actually, their version is more of a corruption of the universal law, but the two go together. The universal law itself is very simple. It states simply that you cannot do for someone else what you first cannot do for yourself. So, in simple terms, if you yourself do not have something, you can't give it to someone else. If I don't have $10, I can't give someone $10. If I don't have a bottle of water, I can't give someone a bottle of water. It's simply not possible. I have to go through the process of getting it first before I can give it to someone else. That's the same thing with knowledge and information. I couldn't teach you how to play the piano if I don't know how to play the piano. And the same thing is true with psychic ability. If I truly don't know how it works, if I don't know how to be psychic myself, I can't teach you. Now, the problem is that a lot of people try and pervert it. They try and go the other way. They believe that if they can do it for you, then that proves they can do it for themselves. So they're basically trying to go out of their way not to help you, but to prove to you that they could help you. And that's a very distinct and very different type of thing. To be able to help you simply requires giving knowledge and support and whatever else you need to be able to give you what you specifically individually need for success. If I'm out trying to prove to you, it has nothing to do with you. It's all about me. It becomes a game, a manipulation, if you will, that you basically are nothing but a participant in, that doesn't really do anything for you. Now, that isn't to say that a lot of this information out there is a waste of money or a waste of time. It isn't. It's just that you're never going to find the things you need from it. It's good to provide the knowledge, but again, you need the personal experience, the understanding to be able to know what you can do to then develop your talents and hopefully gain enough to help other people. So, without this understanding, then it's easy to fall into the trap and believe that they know what they're talking about. Now again, they're providing information that they know works for them, and it might work for you, so by all means use it. But don't count on them giving you all the answers. They won't. Because two reasons really. One, they don't have it to give, and two, if they had it to give, they wouldn't share it. Because realistically, if you've created an empire, it doesn't work if there's too much competition. And if you train people effectively, they become your own competition. Now you'll probably ask, well, why am I doing this? Well, realistically, I don't have competition. I don't try and live this life as a way of making money. I provide this knowledge because it's what I feel directed to do. This is where I feel that I need to be in my life. Now, would I like to make money doing this? Of course, but it's not my end goal. My end goal is to help all of you learn to better live your life. By doing that, I feel I get something so much more important than money, which is, if you will, a sense of satisfaction, a sense of knowing that even though I may or may not get credit, I help change the world. And I don't know about you, but for me, that's a pretty big thing. That's important. Too many other people will say that where in fact they're looking for money. I'm hoping that, as I firmly believe, actions speak louder than words. My actions will speak louder than my words. The fact that I'm going to provide through this series of videos a lot of information that a lot of the people that you're paying big money for will not give you will kind of prove what I'm telling you. And of course, as I provide you information, you'll see what works and what doesn't, and you'll understand better that I do indeed know a lot more, and that what I have to offer will help you. Now, that's important because if a lot of the authors want to share their information to help you, they need to just present it in a different way. Instead of going on about how great they are, they need to kind of focus more on how they think it works, how they know it works if they've had enough experience. And that's a lot of what I'm going to do. Over the next series of videos, I'll show you all the various techniques broken into the various subgroups and give you some very basic ideas on how to develop them. I won't go into more detail because realistically, that's up to you. I'll give you a starting place, but you have to put in the rest of the work. Relying on some other author or some seminar to give you that will set you up for failure. No matter what happens, no matter what anyone else tells you, the only way you can succeed is if you put in the effort. If you believe in yourself and what you can do enough to allow yourself to try. And that's really all that's required. If you look back at your own life and look at what works now, you'll probably see a lot of things correlate. A lot of things you'll remember doing previous. Now, again, remember, no matter how much of this we do, you have to trust yourself. You have to trust you. Trusting me, trusting other authors is only good if you put you first, if you follow your instincts. If you feel that something I'm saying or something someone else is saying isn't right, that means it's not right for you, and you shouldn't waste your time. It doesn't mean that it's going to be wrong forever. It doesn't even mean necessarily that it's wrong. It just means that it's not right for you at that moment. So sometimes it's also good to revisit. You might find something in a book by an author that really doesn't have much to help you that actually gives you a key at some time, that provides you information that you need. So it's good to have as much of that information as you can. It's just important to remember that they don't have all the knowledge. They just have pieces. But it's your life, and it's up to you how you put those pieces together. So have faith in yourself. Trust your instincts. Follow where you feel guided, not where someone else tells you you should be. And you'll eventually get further ahead. And it's a journey that creates a domino effect. The more that you trust yourself, the more that you follow your instincts, the more you'll be guided, if you will, to bigger and better things, which will generate trust, which will open more doors, and it all just cycles through. So trust in yourself. Trust your instincts. Don't rely too heavily on anyone else to do it or tell you how to do it, and just experiment. You have nothing to lose. Best of luck.